Hello everyone and welcome to my The Bold Fans channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Bold and the Beautiful BNB spoilers claim that Darcy Dylan, Kelly Sullivan, will return to town for a reunion with her daughter. But will Melissa Dylan's, Sydney Bullock, mother find love while in Los Angeles? The show is keeping Darcy's next narrative under wraps, although her debut BNB episode will run on August 27th. That indicates Darcy will soon appear on screen and start Dylan's mommy drama. Darcy will undoubtedly have a lot to say about Dylan's life in LA and her feelings for Will Spencer, Crew Morrow. Will Darcy approve of Dylan's love choices, or will she be more concerned about her daughters? In any case, Darcy has the opportunity to find her own love relationship. Depending on how long Darcy stays, she may meet the man of her dreams and fall hard. BNB went to the bother of casting a well-known personality in the soap industry, since many fans recognize Kelly Sullivan from her work on General Hospital and The Young and the Restless. That could suggest Darcy's involvement will be significant, so we should think about who her potential love affair could be. Darcy may appear unmarried and ready to mingle, but what if she eventually sets her sights on Spencer as well? Darcy may take advantage of any potential conflict in Katie Logan Spencer's, Heather Tom, and Bill Spencer's, Don Diamont marriage. If Darcy wants Bill and Dylan wants Will, this could lead to a situation similar to that of Poppy and Luna Nozawa, Romy Park and Lisa Yamada. However, sparks may fly between Darcy and single Wyatt Spencer, Darren Brooks. Wyatt definitely thinks Dylan is appealing, so he might be lured by her charming mother. Of course, it's possible that Darcy will fall for someone else on canvas, or that he'll forego romance in favor of plot-related disasters. Regardless, it's fun to consider Darcy's love alternatives now that her debut is less than a month away. According to The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, there may be more comings and going surprises in store, so we'll keep you updated on any exit news or major debuts. Fans of The Bold and the Beautiful have been hoping for more information about Melissa Dylan's mystery history since she came in Los Angeles as a failing art instructor living in her van. The wait is finally over. Kelly Sullivan, a soap veteran, has been hired as Darcy Dylan, the mother of Sydney Bullock's character, and her entrance has already sparked tremendous interest among viewers who have followed Dylan's tortuous path through the overlapping worlds of the Forrester and Spencer families. What makes this development so intriguing is the rising assumption that Darcy will be more than just a supportive parent and source of history. Early indications and industry rumors suggest that her story will swiftly move into romantic territory, with a love interest emerging once she arrives in Los Angeles. Dylan's introduction to the canvas was far from ordinary. She originally appeared in connection with Luna Nozawa's risky activities, subsequently admitting that she was behind the wheel during the foggy night that killed Luna and the unborn child she was carrying. Instead of being a perpetual outsider, Dylan had surprising allies in Electra Forrester and Will Spencer. When they realized she was homeless, they offered her a room at Will's beach house and assisted her in getting a job at Forrester Creations. Those acts of compassion, however, quickly complicated matters. Dylan developed serious feelings for Will, causing a schism with her new friend Electra and drawing her deeper into the long-standing feud between the two powerful families. The eventual revelation that Remy Price is her cousin just added to the idea that Dylan's origins had many more secrets than anybody had thought. Sydney Bullock has expressed a desire for more information about her character's background and goals. In interviews, she regarded Dylan as a tremendous mystery, and she hoped that the writers will investigate why the young woman takes the decisions she does. Kelly Sullivan's casting responds directly to that request. Sullivan, known to daytime viewers for her iconic roles as Connie Falconeri and Kate Howard on General Hospital and Sage Warner on The Young and the Restless, lends expertise and presence to the part. She has already started filming, with her first episode set to premiere at the end of August. The timing is deliberate. Dylan is currently caught in the crossfire of Forrester-Spencer hostilities, juggling a growing relationship with Will with strained friendships and professional responsibilities at the fashion firm. Darcy's presence at this particular moment positions her to be either a stabilizing or disrupting force, depending on the nature of the mother-daughter connection the authors chose to divulge. The possibility that Darcy will not sit out love dramas has piqued people's interest. Soap operas rarely introduce a captivating new adult character before pairing them, and Darcy appears to be no exception. According to production sources, once she settles into Los Angeles, she will form a big romantic relationship. The identity of that romantic interest has been the source of much speculation. Some observers suggest that an existing character's romantic life is currently uncertain. Others say the writers may add a new character intended particularly to interact with Darcy's story. Either path would allow the show to examine generational parallels between mother and daughter, while also introducing fresh problems that spread throughout both families. Consider the practical aspects of Darcy's arrival. Dylan purposefully kept her mother from learning the truth about her homelessness and the precarious situation she faced after arriving to California. The protective silence becomes an immediate source of tension. When Darcy realizes how close her daughter came to living permanently on the streets, her emotions may range from protective rage to quiet disappointment to a determined determination that Dylan never endure such misery again. These feelings are rich ground for romance. A man who offers Darcy emotional support or practical assistance throughout her transition to Los Angeles may rapidly become more than simply a nice face. The Forresters, Spencers, and their associates have a lot of overlap in the city's social circles, so any new contact Darcy develops will certainly put her in the same rooms and events as her daughter's convoluted network of allies and competitors. One possible explanation concerns a relationship to the Spencer side of the story. Will's father, Bill, and brother, Wyatt, have both had tumultuous romantic experiences and have a tendency to notice attractive, strong-willed women who enter their sphere. Wyatt, in particular, has been portrayed in recent months as someone open to new possibilities after previous relationships ended. A mature, stable lady like Darcy could be a different kind of companion for him, one who is less involved in the younger generation's drama but yet connected to it through Dylan. Alternatively, the writers may couple Darcy with a character from the Forrester universe, causing an immediate conflict of loyalties for her daughter, who works at the company and has formed personal links on both sides of the family split. Darcy's love affair may also be someone altogether new, with secrets and goals that clash with or complement the established power structures. There are numerous cases throughout daytime history where a parent-surprise relationship serves as a significant story engine. The partnership might act as a mirror for the younger couple's difficulties, exposing generational gaps in how love, trust, and ambition are handled. Can also cause practical issues. If Darcy becomes engaged with someone with power at Forrester Creations or Spencer Publications, Dylan's position at the firm and personal relationships may be jeopardized in ways neither lady anticipated. Sullivan's casting underlines the show's commitment to expanding Dylan's world. Characters that have major parental figures are rarely peripheral for long. The writers have already utilized Remy's identity as Dylan's cousin to add levels of uneasiness and moral complexity. Darcy's presence will allow them to delve deeper into issues of childhood, class, and Dylan's California dream, which she once held on to even while sleeping in her van. Fans have long observed that Dylan carries herself with a mix of fragility and drive, implying a more complicated family history than the surface story initially revealed. Darcy can speak to that history, whether through warm sympathy, incisive criticism, or reluctant admissions about her own previous decisions. The romantic perspective adds additional dimension. Intergenerational storytelling has a tremendous appeal among soap opera spectators, particularly when a mother's romantic life intersects with her daughter's. The possibility of common social circles, overlapping secrets, and competing loyalties is high. Consider Darcy attending a Forrester event on the arm of a notable figure, while Dylan navigates her own complicated relationships in the same room. Consider a quiet moment when mother and daughter share notes on the men who have entered their lives, only to learn that the two relationships are more intertwined than either thought. These scenes provide the emotional and dramatic drive that has fueled The Bold and the Beautiful for decades. Beyond the immediate mother-daughter interaction, Darcy's arrival and eventual romance have the potential to revitalize several ongoing plotlines. Katie Logan has already expressed an interest in understanding more about Dylan's past. A mother who enters with her own strong personality and romantic entanglements may either reassure Katie or create more red flags. Electra's conflicted sentiments about Dylan may change if she learns more about the younger woman's family. Will's relationship with Dylan, which is already distinguished by tenderness and external pressure, could become more complicated if Darcy forms feelings about her daughter's choice of partner, or if Darcy's own love interest sparks unforeseen alliances or conflicts. The production schedule reinforces the notion that Darcy's story will progress fast. Sullivan began working in early August, and her debut is set for late in the month. The writer's fast integration shows that they have a lot of material prepared. In the everyday world, such preparation frequently includes both familial secrets and the early phases of a romantic arc. Viewers can expect Darcy to make a quick impression, both as a mother reviewing her daughter's life and as a lady open to new options in a city known for reinventing itself. Darcy's presence is especially timely given the broader context of the present Forrester-Spencer confrontation. Tensions between the families are still strong, with younger characters including Will, Electra, and RJ caught between old complaints and new ambitions. Dylan's place between two worlds has already proven explosive. Bringing her mother into that environment expands the possibilities for drama. A romance for Darcy would multiply them much more, resulting in a parallel track of adult intrigue that can coexist with the younger generation's storylines without feeling disconnected. As Darcy's first episodes near, speculation regarding her love interest's identity is expected to increase. Whether the writers use an established character or introduce someone new, the connection should feel natural rather than forced. Darcy will not be a passive figure waiting for romance to find her, given Sullivan's history of portraying nuanced, multidimensional women. She is more likely to enter with her own agenda, unanswered questions about her daughter's decisions, and the ability to make unexpected connections. The combination of maternal concern and personal agency is what makes the idea of a fresh romance so appealing. As August passes and Darcy's debut approaches, the emphasis will stay on how her presence changes Dylan's life and the bigger picture. When her mother arrives, the young woman's carefully hidden secrets about her history, her tangled feelings for Will, and her role at Forrester Creations will all be scrutinized through a fresh perspective. If the early indicators are correct and Darcy does find romantic companionship in Los Angeles, the relationship will be more than just a subplot. It will add to the show's rich tapestry of love, loyalty, ambition, and family. The Bold and the Beautiful has always thrived on the intersection of human desire and familial obligation. Darcy Dylan's arrival, and the love prospects that seem to accompany it, promise to create just that type of collision. Viewers who have followed Dylan's journey from homelessness to a complex position at the center of two powerful families have cause to anticipate the next chapter will be even more rewarding. With Kelly Sullivan in the lead and the writers plainly ready to explore both parental relationships and adult romance, the tale is poised to take unexpected and unavoidable turns in the coming weeks. The only remaining uncertainty is how swiftly Darcy's new life in Los Angeles would mix with the lives of those who have already settled there, and how profoundly that intertwining will alter everything for the daughter who formerly worked so hard to keep her problems secret. Darcy Dylan's appearance on The Bold and the Beautiful is one of the most anticipated developments of the summer, expanding Melissa, Miss Dylan's mysterious backstory as her life in Los Angeles becomes increasingly entangled with the power struggles between the Forrester and Spencer families. Kelly Sullivan, an Emmy-nominated veteran noted for her multifaceted performances as Kate Howard/Connie Falconeri on General Hospital and Sage Warner on The Young and the Restless, will play Dylan's mother, making her debut in late August. What begins as a mother's concern for her daughter suddenly turns into something far more personal for Darcy herself, as the bright lights and complicated relationships of Los Angeles pave the way for an unexpected new romance of her own. Melissa Dylan has spent months navigating Los Angeles on her own. Dylan was introduced as a preschool art teacher who became entangled in Luna Nozawa's deadly world, and she later confessed to the unintentional hit-and-run that killed Luna. She was homeless and lived in her car for a while, keeping the depths of her troubles hidden even from her own mother. Electra Forrester and Will Spencer gave her a temporary residence at the beach house and helped her get a job at Forrester Creations. That goodwill evolved into complicated feelings, especially on Dylan's side, as her attraction to Will caused friction with Elektra and landed her directly in the heart of the younger generation's romantic and professional conflicts. The discovery that Remy Price is her cousin further added to Dylan's belief that his background was largely unknown. Sydney Bullock, who plays Dylan, has been outspoken about wanting more information about her character's background and goals. The casting of Sullivan as Darcy provides just such chance. Darcy comes in Los Angeles during a period of intense stress. Her daughter is no longer the solitary newcomer scraping by. She works at Forrester, is emotionally tied in various ways to Will Spencer, and is related by blood to a guy with a disturbing history with Elektra. Katie Logan Spencer has already began looking into Dylan's history, displaying typical protectiveness for her son. The presence of a maternal figure alters the dynamics immediately. Darcy isn't shown as a distant or judgmental father who only turns up to lecture. Early indicators indicate that she is a force of nature, warm, determined, and ready to advocate for her child while also carving out a position for herself in this foreign environment. Dylan's truth about her homelessness will almost probably come out during their first emotional confrontations, forcing both ladies to realize how far the California fantasy had deviated from reality. Darcy's story is elevated beyond ordinary mother support by the implication that she will not remain exclusively in the role of worried parent. Los Angeles has a way of rewriting people's stories, and Darcy appears to be on the verge of experiencing that metamorphosis personally. Speculation about her prospective love connection has already begun to circulate among viewers, who recognize the bold and the beautiful pattern of introducing a new character only to weave them into the romantic fabric of the existing families. Given the show's current context, a few alternatives jump out as extremely fascinating. One promising avenue is the Spencer orbit. Bill Spencer has long been a magnet for difficult women, and his kids, Will and the recently returning Wyatt, each offer unique romantic prospects. Wyatt Spencer, back in Los Angeles and dealing with his own unresolved issues and new relationships, could be an intriguing match for a Lady Darcy's age and experience. The age gap between Wyatt and the younger ladies who are now orbiting the Spencer men has already been observed in plots, and a more age-appropriate pairing with Darcy might provide both characters with a true opportunity rather than a rebound. Bill himself remains a viable option for any new lady who joins the Spencer world with confidence and complexity. His relationships with Katie, Brooke, and others show that he is drawn to strong individuals who challenge him. Darcy, with her own background and a protective drive for her kid, might easily rekindle Spencer's intensity. On the Forrester side, the options are similarly plentiful. Ridge Forrester continues to juggle his long-term relationships with Brooke and Taylor, while Deacon Sharp's burgeoning bond with Taylor creates new love issues. A mother like Darcy, who is fresh to the fashion world through her daughter's career and brings an outsider's perspective, may be attracted into the professional and personal circles at Forrester Creations. The show has a lengthy history of mothers becoming involved with the same strong men that previously complicated their children's lives. Darcy's entrance coincides with the intensification of the Forrester-Spencer animosity, providing natural opportunities for her to cross paths with the older generation of both families. Beyond the known players, a new or underdeveloped figure could be introduced as Darcy's love interest. The Bold and the Beautiful has never shied away from introducing new characters to add romantic chemistry. A businessman, a designer, or even someone linked to Remy's troubled background may serve as the impetus for Darcy's own plot. What matters most is that her romance will not be isolated. Any relationship Darcy develops will undoubtedly intersect with Dylan's ongoing troubles. A mother's new love interest may either assist Dylan's objectives or cause more tension if the interest is related to Will, Wyatt, or someone else currently in Dylan's sphere. The emotional foundation of Darcy's entrance will most likely be the mother-daughter bond. Dylan has put a lot of effort into portraying a collected, capable version of herself to those around her. She buried details about her homelessness, dealt with the guilt of Luna's murder, and carefully handled her affections for Will while maintaining her friendship with Elektra. Having her mother in town takes away the capacity to maintain that carefully maintained distance. Darcy will want answers about the vehicle accident, the living circumstances, and the guys who are currently on her daughter's mind. Those interactions will compel Dylan to confront the part of herself she has attempted to avoid. At the same time, Darcy may discover that her life back home feels incomplete after experiencing the intensity and possibilities of Los Angeles. The city that nearly broke her daughter could provide Darcy with a second chapter she had not expected. Sullivan's casting adds tremendous dramatic weight to these occurrences. Her earlier soap opera roles showcased her ability to play women who are both vulnerable and formidable, capable of profound emotional connection and keen self-preservation. Kate Howard navigated identity, ambition, and complicated romantic relationships. Sage Warner experienced the whole range of love, betrayal, and maternal instincts. Those experiences prepare her excellently to play Darcy as a character who enters with her own history, and will not fade into the background after her daughter's immediate problem is resolved.